Well, Shaun, hard luck, obviously disappointing with the result. You just described your mixed emotions after the game, because overall it was generally a pretty positive performance.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the result, we're clearly disappointed. You don't want to come to a rival and lose the game. That's the disappointment of the day. But in terms of trying to grab hold of some positives, I don't think there was one or two positives today. I think there was a good 75 minutes of positives. Thought we were the best team going into the first goal. Disappointed with the goal. Of course, we work on set plays, and for it to end up in the goalkeeper's hands, fills me with a lot of anger, I suppose. Then we had chances to stop the break. We didn't. Found ourselves 1-0 down, and we're scrappy going into the half time. We galvanised ourselves, and I asked them a question at half time to play with a little bit more aggression and anger. Changed the formation slightly, and I thought it was outstanding in the second half, up until the second goal. In second goal, we're chasing the game a little bit, but strange, because you come here and Luton are a good team, and I'm full of respect for the job that Nathan's trying to do here. But I think if Nathan's honest with himself, he won't have many harder games than that this season.
Obviously spoke about the positives, just touched on a number of those. One of those in particular, especially in the second half, was the introduction of Ben Williamson. It looked as lively as ever out there.
Well, yeah, that was the Ben Williamson of old. He looked like he was a goal threat. He was running in behind the back four. His hold-up play was good. He looked like he was playing with a smile on his face, and that's something that we want to see more between now and the end of the season. The window's close to shutting. I want Ben here with us, because I know that on his day can be a very good player for us.
Bradley Halliday showing what a fantastic athlete he is today. Just one training session since returning from an injury, and he produces a performance like that.
I think that's testament to his character as well as his ability. To have that desire to go and put in a performance like that on the back of 27 days being out. No, that's a big bonus for us. We want our fullbacks to be aggressive fullbacks, and Bradley in particular today was definitely one of them.
Just quickly away from this match, obviously Joe Piggott moved out on loan to Mason. A good move for him, given that he gets the opportunity to play more games.
Well, he needs to go and score his goals. He needs to get his minutes. It's been a horrible first half of the season for him. He came with high hopes to be one of our goal scorers. He was, but in pre-season, we never really saw that again from Joe. So that it's a disappointment. Of course it is, but that's the life of a manager and a player. Sometimes moves pay off, other times they don't. But for us, to keep Joe in amongst it would have been as a fourth choice centre forward, and with hopefully potentially Barry Core coming round to play some part in the season. I didn't want to just keep him just for the sake of keeping him. I don't think that's fair.
Just finally, overall sort of assessment of today. Obviously disappointed with the result, but positives you can look at, I guess, on Monday morning ahead of another big clash against High Flyers in Plymouth Argyle. Yeah,
I mean we need to be positive. I think there's a lot to be positive about this football club. We're in that transitional period, which is I'm hopeful. People share my view, and there's been some good performances, some indifferent ones, of course, but we're trying to get a certain style of play that matches for the way that I want us to play on a Saturday and a Tuesday night. To get that consistently over the season is sometimes difficult. We've seen it sporadically today, but in terms of the numbers, perhaps 75 minutes was a real positive performance. You go and concede your 2 goals in the 15 minutes and you lose the game. That's something that is pretty tough to swallow today.